In your life, we'll do what you must do to comfort you and calm you down and let you rest now. The woman in your life, she can rest so easily. She knows everything you do because the woman in your life is you.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Women's Spaces. My name is Elaine B. Holtz and I'm your host. And today I have a very special guest with me by the name of Dianna L. Ph.D. I'm so proud of the fact that she has a Ph.D. and she is a marriage and family therapist here in Northern California. And today we're going to be doing a very, very special program. Dianna recently wrote, I believe this is about her 6th or 7th book, called Journaling, a workbook to transform your self-esteem. And on the cover, which is really interesting, she has a saying, your life is literally in your hands. And that's what we're going to kind of talk about, because she's going to be reading a very special poem that she wrote called I Pledge Allegiance to Myself, which I find very exciting. And I'm going to coin this as a Women's Spaces special. So without further ado, I would like to introduce my guest, Dianna Grayer. Welcome to Women's Spaces once again, Dianna.
I know, thank you, Elaine. I love being here.
Oh, it's so much fun, and I'm really excited about this new book. In fact, I'm going to flash a picture of it on the screen. It's called Journaling, a workbook to transform your self-esteem. And on the cover, you have, like I said when I announced at the beginning of the show, you have a statement, your life is literally in your hands. Can you give us a little background on exactly what you mean by that?
Well, literally in your hand, meaning that if you have the book in your hand, this is your life from A to Z, from childhood to adulthood, covering all those different areas inside this book, and it can change your life. It's in your hand. You have that gift in your hand. So that book is a gift.
You know, it's really interesting because most people don't think of it, that your life is actually in your own personal hand. It's almost like you give it away to everybody, and before you know it, you don't even have your own life. You don't even know who you are. So what kind of motivated you to write this book? You know, just what was your motivation? What's behind the scenes, so to speak?
Behind the scenes is, I know that people are boxed in their lives. They have limits, they have boundaries, they have parameters which are not healthy. And so what I want to do is help people set themselves free. So I want to help. I want to empower people to be their authentic selves. That's what I wanted as a child. And so I'm offering that service to other people because I believe in it so much.
Well, that's something that we have in common, Dianna. I really believe in it too. I think self-esteem is the key to success. If you feel good about yourself, you're going to feel good about other people. You're not going to be afraid to reach out. You're not going to be afraid to move forward in your life. Would you agree with that?
I agree with you. And I love Joseph Campbell's quote, one of my favorite quotes, especially around this book that I'm working with, is a privilege. The privilege of a lifetime is to be who we are. So many people can't do that.
Can you say that again?
The privilege of a lifetime is to be who you are. I want people to be who they are. No one should be squelched. No one should live in a box and say, I can't do this, or I can't be that, or I can't live the life that I want. We all have a right. That's our privilege, to be ourselves, but so many people can't. And so this is why I do the work that I do. All my work in my life, Elaine, is about helping people to evolve, to unfold, to let the soul shine through. Show your soul. That's you. Don't hold back. Don't keep it in a cage, locked up.
Dianna, I feel like I'm flying now.
Oh.
That is so beautiful what you just said, and so important, particularly for women to hear, because we are the ones who I believe I'm Jewish, and in the Torah itself, there's a prayer. Thank God I wasn't born a woman. So what does that do to our self-esteem? That's why we have to work so hard on it. Well, along with writing the book, you wrote this wonderful, I Pledge Allegiance to Myself. Can you give us a little background? I'm going to have you read it, and that's going to be what's going to be special about the show. Is that's about what we're going to do is we're going to be reading this wonderful, wonderful expression that you've written and talk about it a little bit. What motivated you to write this, and what was the inspiration behind it?
Well, I wanted to give people, especially women, a tool, something that they can rely on, something they can read and feel something inside. Like, I'm capable. I can do anything. So with affirmations, positive self-statements, to help them realize that they can become and they can allow themselves to have free expression. They can allow the soul to show up for them. So this was my motivation. And if you want to go further back, Virginia Satir, a theorist from years back, I love her work. And she has this poem called I'm Okay, You're Okay. And I love it. And it's a declaration of self-esteem. And so I was thinking, I want to create my own pledge. And so I called it, I Pledge Allegiance to Myself.
Okay, so well, Dianna, I'm really excited to introduce this wonderful, wonderful piece of work that you've written. So right now, to my viewers and listeners, we're going to be honored by hearing a wonderful, wonderful poem by Dianna L. Grayer, and this is found in her book called Journaling, a Workshop to Transform Your Self-Esteem. And you can see it on the back page, I believe. So here we go, Dianna Grayer reading, I Pledge Allegiance to Myself.
I am a capable human being that has the ability to become a productive and successful person in my community and in the world. I am powerful in my own right because I am a unique individual. There is no other person like myself. I have my own opinions, feelings, wants, and needs that distinguish who I am from other people around me. I have my own appearance, structure, style, likes, and dislikes that emphasize my individuality. I am courageous in my need to be authentic. I will let my real self unfold and be seen by others. I am lovable and equipped with the essentials needed for loving another and sustaining an intimate relationship. I have values and morals that accentuate my uniqueness. I have the knowledge and the strength to find the tools I need to combat my stress and roadblocks in my life. I am not perfect, but I am able to learn from my mistakes. I will turn these lessons into future successes. I have the strength and wisdom to make decisions and choices that will benefit me and my place in the world. I have the ability to enjoy the pleasures that life brings me. I pledge to be good to myself because I am important. I will always love and respect myself and will always demand the same from others. I pledge allegiance to myself.
Oh, Dianna, that was absolutely wonderful. I pledge allegiance to myself. And one thing that I really think is so important that I heard in that particular piece was, I am not perfect. I learn from my mistakes. I am not perfect. I learn from my mistakes. It's like failure is not failure. It's just find out the facts and do it again. It's like when you first learn how to play the piano. You're stumbling like a fool. You make so many mistakes, but you keep trying and trying and trying, and before you know it, you're just running across the keys. So that was really, really a wonderful, wonderful piece, and I want to thank you for reading it. Now, as a final statement, is there anything that you'd like to share, anything else that you would like to share with our viewers? Anything that's in your heart, in your mind, just be my guest.
Thank you. I mean, my heart is really feeling warm right now because of the words. I mean, I can hear the words. Can you imagine someone with low self-esteem and not feeling good in their lives right now, feeling lonely? And to read those things, it's empowering to me. It felt like, wow, if I can feel myself with those words, I could do anything. I can be anything. I can share who I am really to the world. So the words meant a lot to me in that moment. Thank you for that. So I encourage people to take those words in. Replay this over and over again if they need to. Feel the words. Swallow the words. You are okay. You're special.
I'm okay, you're okay, and we're all special. You know, I remember when I remember that book came out, I'm okay, you're okay. And it's like love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
Love yourself. Be part of it. Don't be in the background. Speak out. Well, Dianna Grayer, thank you so much once again for being on Women's Spaces and for reading that wonderful, wonderful piece. I pledge allegiance to myself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, what a gift we just received to listen to that. I just love it. I pledge allegiance to myself. And that means I'm going to love myself. I'm going to respect myself. I'm going to be fearless. I'm going to be able to do what I want to do because I'm not afraid to take risks and put myself out there. You know, I want to thank Dianna L. Grayer for being on Women's Spaces and for reading this wonderful, wonderful piece. I want to encourage my viewers and listeners to go to her website if you're so inclined to an interest in the book. Just contact her, and if you have any other questions or any other thoughts, you can always email me at Elaine at Women's Spaces. I'm glad to give you directions. Elaine at womenspaces.com. We got to remember to put that .com in there, and I'll be able to send you more information on Dianna's work. Anyway, this is Elaine B. Holtz. This has been a Women's Spaces special. We heard a poem by Dianna L. Grayer, Ph.D., who's a marriage and family therapist, called I Pledge Allegiance to Myself. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening and watching, and I look forward to us being together the next time.
Your life will do what you must do to comfort you and calm you down and let you rest now. The woman in your life, she can rest so easily. She knows everything you do because the woman in your life is you. The woman in your life knows simply